Alright, so we got 15 Penumbras ready to go. Penumbras, you'll go on the first sticky bomb. And then we'll have the Pariahs going 6 minutes 30 seconds after that. Classic first corner roll. Right, so we've got a long wait now. Interesting Penumbra race so far. It looks pretty close between the top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Top 8 are all pretty close, and then the rest aren't too far behind. Oh, C. Wilson just takes the lead though. This is kind of weird. Being like, this is a race that we're in, but we're going to be able to also see the Penumbras come round for the first lap. Like, we haven't even started yet and they're already a lap ahead. There they go, there's the Penumbras finishing their first lap. And we haven't even started yet. Everybody fighting for the front position on the grid. I'm going at the back, as I always do. So we still got another 1 minute 40 and 15 seconds to wait. How can you calculate it based on lap times? Well, you know that you're doing 9 laps, so you can see how long it takes the Pariahs to do 9 laps and how long it takes the Penumbras to do 9 laps. And then you set the Penumbras off with that deficit. Alright, 15 seconds to go. The Penumbras they're pretty much a lap and a half ahead at this point. A lap and a half. We go at 11 minutes. And our job is to try and catch up. There we go. So we did do this before. The Wagners versus the Baltics. Where we had the Wagners starting, God knows how long it was after the Baltics, and it was close at the end. But the idea with it being 6 minutes 30 is that by the end of this 9-lap race, the Pariahs should have caught up to the Penumbras. Again, it's impossible to say who's going to win. Whether, you know, if the leading Penumbra doesn't have the best race, then it'll be easy for the Pariahs to catch. If the leading Pariah doesn't have a great race, then, you know, the Penumbra is gonna easily win. But it's just the same as Baltics versus Wagners. All things being equal, we should have Pariahs racing against Penumbras at the very end of the race. And that is how much slower the Penumbra is than the Pariah. That it needs about a lap and a half on a long track like Blaine County 24 Hours ahead in a 9-lap race. 6 minutes 30 is the deficit, which is absolutely insane. So we'll see. It's going to be a long one, obviously. We'll just wait and see what happens. We are going to have to overtake the Pariahs twice. I think it was the same with the Baltics, wasn't it? They came through and passed us when we did Baltics versus Wagners. It's a long one though. It'll get more intense towards the end, I think, as we catch up to the Penumbras. Oh, too wide. Jesus, not driving very well at all tonight. I think Flaming is a bit quicker than me at the minute, so I'm going to just let him go. Maybe I can try to follow him. That's the thing, you don't want to sort of lose too much time fighting other cars. You know, like, all of us Pariahs, we don't want to lose too much time fighting each other. We still want to beat each other, obviously, but you don't want to lose too much time because then it'll stop your ability to catch up to the Penumbras and go for the overall win. Oh, never mind it. Oh, I'm suffering with some oversteer with the Pariah tonight. I haven't been driving very well. Oversteer and understeer, I've had it all. It's a pretty trademark overtake for me on this track there, to be honest. Happy I can still do that. So it looks like we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're in 6th place for the Pariahs at the minute. The lead group is all still pretty close, to be honest. It's even closer. Jesus. Oh no, these are Penumbras. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't know where. There's literally... What on earth did that Penumbra just do? Poor Flaming. Like, the Penumbra drivers don't have to move out of the way, really. Just race their own race. We indeed. Okay, so I feel like at least with all these sort of... That's the thing to take into account, obviously, is that the drivers that are trying to come through in the faster cars have to get through the slower cars. So they're going to lose time doing that, but that is also put into the calculation of that 6 minutes 30. Looks like we do have... Is that a Penumbra or a Pariah? There should be 15 of each, so I'm in 4th place for the Pariahs. So yeah, this is the lead battle. So it seems like, because I've been involved in incidents, and I'm not too far away from this lead battle, so if I was to put money on it now, after 2 laps, I would say that a Penumbra is going to win this race. Because the Pariahs have had too much time loss from incidents. But we'll see. Alright, we got another Penumbra that we're overtaking. These are the lower end of the Penumbra order, I guess. Still got a lot more Penumbras to overtake before we get our lap back. We're still a lap down, really. There's been a crash there. That puts me into 2nd place for the Pariahs, at least. Whether we're going to be able to catch those Penumbras. We'll catch some Penumbras. It just depends on how far up the order we're going to actually be able to get. And yeah, we are going to start catching these Penumbras, the majority of them at least, at night time, which is going to make things a bit more interesting. Flaming is just quicker than me at this stage. I'm gonna follow. Play the long game. If I'm busy defending, we're all gonna lose time. It's a long race. I'm normally better when I'm following somebody as well, to be honest. Oh, I was worried about that. Just made it. So these overtakes on the Penumbras aren't even for position. This is just to unlap ourselves. Jesus! That was close. Was that a pariah as well? Oh, what a scumbag! I think I'm in second place now. Look at this speed difference. It's amazing to think that these two cars are in exactly the same class. Pariahs and Penumbras. One's at the top of the order and one's close to the bottom. Just the speed difference is insane. Alright, we are really coming up to the main meat of the Penumbras right now. This is that big lead group. Alright, so that's us lapping everyone except the final Penumbra. So this should be putting us back onto the lead lap if we can get it done before the straight is over. Yeah, it looks like it. Look at the speed difference. Jesus. Alright, so I am in second place for the Pariahs now. Flaming's in the lead despite all those incidents that he and I have both been in. Awful. So we're officially a lap behind. We've just gotten ourselves back onto the lead lap. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I don't think a Pariah is going to win this race now. Too many incidents. It is true, anything can happen. Just as much as we've been involved in incidents with some of the backmarker Penumbras. The leading Penumbras could be involved in some incidents with the backmarking Pariahs, so who knows. Four laps to go. Oh no, Flaming! Misjudged his first corner there. I mean, I know that I'm better when I'm following somebody. But it's almost as if Flaming is as well. And we both just keep being better when we're following each other. And then making mistakes and driving worse when we're when we're in front. Alright, so our first 2 positions from overtaking Penumbras. Those are the Penumbras that are closer to the bottom end of their field. Obviously, we got a long way to go before we're catching the leading Penumbras. But with some other positions on the board, we're finally ahead of some Penumbras at least, after those starting a lap and a half ahead, and we're overtaking them for position. I'm not going to give a position to Flaming, but if he gets a sniff of it, I'm not going to fight it too hard, since he has been quicker than me throughout the entire race. And it would be nice to see one of the faster cars win this time. Giving him the soft D, yes. Just a little bit of soft D, no hard D. Earlier in the race I was happy to give him the position because there was a long way to go. At this point in the race it's some soft D. Towards the end of the race it would be some hard D. It's just us 2 at the front though. The other Pariahs are pretty far back, it looks like, from the map. So we're the 2 trying to beat all these Penumbras, leading the charge, I guess. So we're 1 minute 26 behind with 2 laps to go. Nah, I don't think it's going to happen. Actually, oh, that's going to be really close. It's about 45 seconds a lap. The Pariahs were doing about 3 minute 15s. And the Penumbras were doing about 4 minutes. 4 minutes dead. So with 1.5 minutes behind, 2 laps to go, 45 seconds apiece, it's actually going to be really close. Ooh, spicy. Oh no! Ah, there goes my ability to do anything. Damn it! Just a little bit too wide. Choked it. It's all up to Flaming now. For the win at least. I'll still try and get as many positions as I can. Damn it. I've been slightly off the pace this race. I mean, I haven't been driving particularly well. I've had little oversteer and understeer moments and just been very sloppy. But I've been a little bit more consistent. And that's probably why I was even in the lead at any point during this race in the first place. But that was the moment where it all unravelled. Coming up to another Pariah again. Penumbra, I should say. Getting them all mixed up. Alright, this is for a top 10. There it is. Into the top 10. 47 seconds behind, 41 seconds behind second place. I think Flaming can do this. Flaming has enough time in hand to be able to win this race despite all of the crashes and issues that he's been involved in. I might be able to get a top 5, I think. Still second in the Pariahs. I think it's too much for me to be able to overtake the leader of the Penumbras, but top 5 overall might be possible. Again, this has been worked out to be about equal, so it's about how well you've done your own individual race. will theoretically dictate your overall position. There's 8th. This is the final lap. There's 2 cars up in front. I'm guessing they're Penumbras. I really would like to clear those before the end of the straight. Am I going to do it? I'm catching really quick. Oh, it's going to be tight. I don't think I'm going to do it. Alright, there's 6th. Need to overtake one more car. One more Penumbra to get a top 5. About a third of a lap to go. Oh, that's not helped. Just waiting to see. Flaming Gun entered first place in the bottom left. It's so close. This is the final stages of the final lap. He hasn't done it yet. There it is. And there's my top 5 at the same time. Flaming deserved this one. He's driven very well and had some incidents that haven't been his fault, especially that initial one with the back marker Penumbra early on. As the sun rises, can I snag another position? Snag? I don't know, whatever I want to say. There's 4th. I'm not going to get 3rd, I don't think. Just too far. Not far away from it though. 2 Pariahs and 2 Penumbras in the top 4. Snab. I don't know what snab is. GG Flaming. Good job. Interesting, the Pariah got a slower best lap than the race that we've just done, and the Penumbra got a better best lap. So it worked out perfectly, really. Flaming was 9 seconds ahead at the end. Probably, if I hadn't made that mistake, that could have been another second for life. I think I would have been able to get second from that. But that mistake cost me, because I wasn't too far. I wasn't more than 10 seconds away, 9 seconds away from Flaming. It's amazing these kind of races when everybody sort of finishes all at the same time. It's a good mix though. A good mix. Pariahs, Penumbras, all mixing it up. That incident early on was a proper Grosjean Spa moment. It was. I think the Penumbra wanted to get out of the way so badly that it ended up causing more issues. But look at those lap time differences though. GG's everybody. GGC Wilson for winning the Penumbras as well. Worked out quite well in the end. 5 Pariahs and 5 Penumbras in the top 10. Can't ask for more than that.